Love from a dog is not loud or dramatic. It's hidden in tiny gestures that most people completely overlook. But if you could understand those signals, you would see how deeply your dog trusts you and how much you mean to them. In this video, you'll discover the secret behaviors that only appear when a dog feels safe, cherished, and truly bonded to their person. Stay with me and you may never look at your dog the same way again. 15. Following you everywhere. Have you noticed how your dog gets up every time you do, almost like a furry shadow with paws? You go to the kitchen, your dog follows. You walk to the bathroom, they're there. A lot of people call this clingy or needy, but for a dog who's grown up feeling loved and safe, it usually means something very different. In your dog's mind, you're the center of their world. Where you move, life happens. Your footsteps, your smell, your routines all make your dog feel safe. Studies on attachment show that many dogs use their person as a safe base. They feel calmer and more confident just by being near the human they trust most. Of course, if your dog panics when you leave, destroys things, or cries nonstop, that can point to separation anxiety and they may need extra help. But if your dog just quietly chooses to be wherever you are, that's devotion, not a problem. Every time your dog gets up and pads softly behind you, they're saying, "I feel safe when I'm close to you. I don't want to miss a moment with you." And one of the most powerful ways your dog shows that bond isn't with their paws, but with their eyes. 14. The silent eye contact. You're sitting on the couch, checking your phone or drinking coffee, and suddenly you feel it. That calm, deep gaze. No barking, no jumping, just your dog looking right at you, relaxed and steady. Many people ignore that moment or feel a bit awkward. But for a dog who truly trusts you, this is one of the clearest love signals there is. In the animal world, staring can be a challenge. With our dogs, it often means the opposite. When your dog looks at you with soft eyes, a loose body, and maybe a slow blink, they're not judging you, they're connecting with you. Research has shown that when dogs and humans hold this kind of relaxed eye contact, both of their brains release oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that strengthens the connection between parents and children. To your dog, your face is full of information. Your expression tells them whether you're fine, stressed, sad, or happy. By watching you, they're tuning into you. So next time you notice that quiet stare, don't just laugh it off. Smile back, maybe say your dog's name softly. You're answering a silent, "I love you." And when your dog feels that kind of safety, it even shows in the way they sleep and rest. 13. Sleeping belly up. There's something almost ridiculous and adorable about a dog asleep on their back. Legs in the air, belly exposed, mouth slightly open. People often think, "He is so lazy," or "Look how funny she looks." But this position is much more than a cute pose. For a dog whose ancestors were wolves, exposing the belly means complete trust. In nature, that soft underside is the most vulnerable area of the body, and no animal shows it if there's any real danger. So when your dog chooses to sleep belly up in your home, near you or in the middle of the room, they're saying, "Here I can let go. Here I'm safe." Studies on sleep in dogs suggest that they rest more deeply when they feel secure in their environment. Muscles relax, breathing slows, heart rate comes down. That silly position is actually a sign that their whole nervous system is calm. If your dog loves to nap like this, especially around you, it's a beautiful compliment. Your dog is trusting you with their most vulnerable state. And when you're not at home to watch your dog sleep, that same love appears in a quieter place, right by the door. 12. Waiting by the door. Few images are as moving as a dog sitting or lying by the door, ears alert at every sound. They don't have a clock. They can't read your messages. Yet there they are, simply waiting. Many people think it's just habit, but for a dog who feels truly secure with you, it's much more emotional than that. Dogs learn your routines. They notice when the light changes, when the street gets noisier, when certain sounds mean you're usually close to coming back. They also notice how your scent slowly fades from the house as hours pass. When your dog stays by the door, they're choosing the place where you will appear, the place where distance turns back into closeness. Science has shown that a dog's heart rate and excitement spike the moment their person comes through the door. That explosion of joy isn't just energy, it's pure relief. Their quiet wait has been rewarded. So when you find your dog there, don't just rush past them. Say their name, touch them, acknowledge that loyalty. Your dog has been holding on to one simple belief: you always come back. And while your dog waits for you, they also plan what to bring you. Because love, in your dog's mind, often comes with gifts. 11. Sharing toys and gifts. Your dog walks up with that old chewed toy in their mouth and drops it at your feet. Or maybe they proudly bring a sock or even something a bit gross from the yard. Many people see this only as a request to play or as annoying behavior. But from the point of view of a dog who feels truly secure with you, this can be a powerful sign of affection. Dogs can't buy flowers or chocolates. What they can do is share what matters to them. Their favorite toy, that ball they guard from other dogs, that object that carries their smell and their happiness. When your dog offers it to you, they're not giving you trash. They're sharing treasure. In canine social behavior, bringing and sharing objects can be part of bonding and cooperative play. By involving you, your dog is making you part of their inner circle, their family. So next time your dog drops a toy in your lap, don't just push it away. Give your dog a few minutes of play. Even if you're busy, for your dog, that moment is pure connection. And sometimes that connection isn't only visible in what your dog brings, but in the sounds they make when they feel completely content beside you. 10. The soft, happy growl. You're petting your dog on the couch. Your dog is relaxed, maybe half asleep, and suddenly you hear a low rumble from their chest. A lot of owners tense up for a second and think, are they annoyed? But if their body is loose, their eyes are soft, and their tail is calm, that sound is usually not a warning at all. It's a sign of pleasure. Some behavior experts call these pleasure growls or contentment rumbles. They're a bit like a cat's purr in sound and meaning. The dog is vocalizing a deep feeling of safety and comfort. Their nervous system is shifting into a state of rest. Muscles soften, breathing slows, and this little sound escapes as they enjoy the moment. Of course, it's important to read the whole body. A stiff posture, hard stare, or frozen tail with a growl can mean discomfort or fear. But that relaxed, almost sleepy rumble when your dog is close to you usually says, "This feels good, don't stop." It's one of those behaviors most people ignore, yet it often appears in dogs who feel truly loved. And when that love is strong, your dog doesn't just vocalize it. Your dog also uses their whole body as a way to lean on you, literally. 9. Leaning on you. You're standing or sitting quietly, and without thinking, your dog comes over and presses their body against your leg. Your dog leans their weight into you and just stays there. Maybe you move, and they adjust to keep that contact. It seems like such a small thing that many people barely notice it, but for a dog who feels deeply bonded to you, leaning is a big statement. In humans, we don't lean on someone we don't trust. It is an intimate gesture. Dogs are very similar. When your dog rests part of their weight on you, they're using you as physical and emotional support. In that moment, you're their safe place. This happens a lot in new environments, during loud noises, or simply when he wants reassurance. Research on attachment in dogs has shown that many of them seek their person when they're unsure, just like a child looks for a parent. So the next time your dog leans on you, don't push them away, let them stay. Maybe slide your hand over their shoulders. You're telling your dog, yes, you can rely on me. And for some dogs, when that trust is strong, they add an even older, more instinctive gesture. They start to lick you like family. 8. Gentle licks as affection. You bend down to say hello, and your dog's tongue is already there, giving quick little licks to your hand, your face, or even your arm. Some people find it funny, others a bit gross, but from a dog's perspective, gentle licking is one of the oldest and most natural ways to say, I care about you. From puppyhood, dogs learn that licking is connected to comfort and care. Mothers lick their puppies to clean them, to stimulate them, to calm them. Puppies lick their mother to seek food and reassurance. That pattern never fully disappears. When your dog licks you softly, especially in calm moments, they're repeating that language of affection. Studies suggest that licking can release dopamine and endorphins in dogs, which help them relax and feel good. It's soothing for them and connecting for both of you. Sometimes your dog licks more when you're sad or stressed, almost as if they're trying to comfort you with the only tools they have. You don't have to let your dog lick your face if you don't like it, but you can still recognize the meaning behind it. For your dog, each little kiss is a reminder that you're part of their family, not just their owner. 7. Recognizing your name. Most people know that dogs learn their own names, but very few realize that many dogs also learn yours. Maybe someone says your name in another room and suddenly those ears perk up, the tail starts to move, or your dog runs in to check what is happening. That reaction is not random. It means your name has become a sound that predicts comfort, fun, and safety. Dogs are experts at association. If every time they hear your name, something positive follows, their brain connects that sound with food, walks, affection, and calm. In a loving home, your name is almost like a code word for my favorite human is involved in this. Some studies suggest that dogs can recognize several words and even human names, not just basic commands. So when your dog clearly reacts to your name, even if you are not in the room, take it as a compliment. Out of all the sounds in the world, that one matters. That one means my person. And that bond doesn't stay only in words. It also shows up in how deeply your dog feels what you feel, even when you don't say anything at all. 6. Shadowing your emotions. There are days when everything feels heavy. Maybe you sit down a little quieter, talk a little less, or let out a long sigh without even noticing. Your dog notices. Many dogs who grow up feeling secure become emotional mirrors for their people. They read your body language, your tone of voice, even tiny changes in your smell when you're stressed. You might see it in simple ways. On a bad day, your dog follows you a bit closer, lies down right at your feet, or rests their head on your leg and just stays there. They can't fix your problems, but they can make sure you don't face them alone. Research has shown that dogs often approach and comfort humans who appear sad or distressed, even if the person is a stranger. With their own family, that instinct is even stronger. So when life gets hard and your dog quietly chooses your side, understand what's happening. Your dog is treating your mood like their weather. If you're caught in a storm, they'll sit in the rain with you. And now, before we move on, just know that if you visit happydogsplace.com/gift, you can download a free guide packed with tips to make your dog's life even happier. It's full of fun ideas, helpful strategies, and all the basics every pup needs to thrive. 5. Doing the frog pose. Every once in a while, you find your dog stretched out flat on the floor, back legs straight behind like a little frog. It looks silly, almost like a cartoon drawing. Many people just laugh and take a picture, but this posture can tell you a lot about how secure your dog feels in your home. For many dogs, this position, often called splooting, is a sign of full relaxation. Belly against the cool floor, hips open, limbs extended, no muscles ready to spring. A tense or fearful animal doesn't usually lie like that. To melt into the ground in such an open way, your dog needs to feel that nothing bad is going to happen. It can also help them cool down or stretch their hips and back, which feels good after play. Of course, if your dog ever seems stiff or in pain in this position, a quick check with your vet is a good idea. But in most healthy dogs, especially younger ones, this pose screams comfort and trust. When a dog can stretch out like a little frog in the middle of your house, they're telling you that your home is their safe place. And for many dogs, that feeling of safety is so strong that when you leave, they look for the next best thing, the smell of you. 4. Stealing your clothes to feel your scent. A sock disappears. Your favorite t-shirt somehow ends up in your dog's bed. A lot of owners see this as naughty behavior, but for a dog who loves their person deeply, it's often a quiet love letter with teeth marks. Dogs live in a world of scent. Your smell carries information about where you've been, what you've done, and how you feel. For a dog that is bonded to you, your scent is like home in invisible form. When your dog steals a piece of clothing or curls up on your sweater, they're not trying to ruin your stuff. They're trying to stay close to you when you're not there. Some studies suggest that the smell of their owner can lower stress levels in dogs and help them relax. So that crime of stealing laundry is actually a coping strategy for loneliness. Your t-shirt becomes a soft, scented bridge that connects absence with comfort. Next time you find your dog asleep on your hoodie, see the message behind the mess. They missed you and used the closest thing they had to keep you near. And when you're actually home, your dog doesn't need fabric. Sometimes all they need is the simple contact of a gentle nudge. 3. Nudging for gentle touch. A nose bumps your hand. A paw taps your arm. You feel a little push against your leg while you're distracted. Many people think they just want attention, and that's partly true. But for a dog that truly trusts you, those nudges are often a way to reconnect the bond and check that everything between you is still okay. Dogs learn very quickly that touch calms them. Being petted can lower a dog's heart rate and reduce stress. In a loving household, your dog connects your hand on their fur with safety, routine, and peace. So when your dog comes over and quietly nudges you, they're asking for that feeling again. Not just for fun, but for reassurance. Sometimes your dog will do it even more when you've been busy or away from home. It's their way of saying, "Hey, remember me? Can we feel close again for a moment?" You don't have to stop everything, but giving your dog a short pause of real, calm touch can mean the world to them. And some dogs don't even need to be right against you all the time. For them, love looks like watching from a little distance, always with one eye on their favorite human. 2. Watching you from a distance. Not every loving dog is a shadow that sticks to your side. Some are a bit more independent. They lie on the other side of the room, on a rug, in a doorway, or even halfway down the hall. At first glance, it may look like they're ignoring you. But if you pay attention, you notice something interesting. Wherever you move, They quietly adjust their position so they can still see you. This checking in from afar is very common in confident dogs who feel secure in their relationship with their person. They don't need constant contact, but they like to keep you in their line of sight. It's a mix of habit, curiosity, and protection. If something suddenly changed with you, they would notice immediately. Behavior experts often talk about the secure base effect. Dogs who trust their humans feel free to relax or explore, but they also keep an eye on that base. That's exactly what's happening when your dog rests a few meters away, yet continues to supervise your every move. So don't think your dog loves you less because they're not in your lap. They're guarding you with their eyes. And one of the clearest ways to see how he feels about you in those moments is to simply look at what his tail is saying. 1. Tail movements filled with emotion. A moving tail seems like the most obvious sign of a happy dog, right? Tail wag equals joy, or at least that's what most people think. But the truth is a bit more complex and even more beautiful. Dogs who feel safe and loved use their tail like a flag for their heart. It can show excitement, curiosity, uncertainty, or pure happiness, depending on how it moves. Researchers have found that many dogs wag more to the right side when they feel positive and relaxed, and slightly more to the left when they feel unsure. A high, stiff, fast wag can be tension or arousal. But that wide, loose wag that makes the whole backside wiggle, often with a soft body and open mouth, that's usually the real "I'm so happy you're here" signal. When your dog sees you, tail sweeping in big arcs, hips almost dancing, they're not just reacting to any person. They're responding to the one who has become the center of their world. Your presence sets that rhythm in motion. Paying attention to this emotional tail language helps you understand what your dog feels in each situation. And once you start seeing all these signs together, you realize something powerful. Dogs don't just show love in one big way. They whisper it all day long, in 100 small behaviors most people never notice. All those small gestures you saw today are proof that you mean everything to your dog. But here is the beautiful part. Your dog also makes your life better in countless subtle ways. You might not think about them often, but they shape your days and your heart more than you realize. On the screen, you'll find a video that shows exactly that. Tap it now and keep celebrating the love you and your dog share.